Glad you're with us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jackie Cooper, and starting right now, it's the People's Choice. In this show, I meet some choice people, particularly a very beautiful young lady, and she's single, too. She has $2 million. One marked his, and one marked hers. So come on along, strictly for laughs. Quiet, Cleo.
Hello, cats. Thanks for sending all those nice fan letters. Next time, send meat.
The People's Choice. Starring Jackie Cooper.
Won't be long now.
Look, Sock, look. I captured all her personality.
Pierre, I think you've got it licked. Her eyes, her mouth. You caught her expression perfectly. Hey, you even gave her a wet nose.
Oh, that was the most difficult. With the ears, I had no trouble. But her nose was the hardest thing to lick.
It's beautiful, Pierre. Thanks. I think I'll hang it in my room.
You're a crazy, mixed-up kid. You wouldn't prefer a beautiful girl hanging it there?
Yeah. But remember once I had to choose between a beautiful girl and Cleo? And I chose Cleo? I'm glad I did. Cleo's cheaper to support.
He's right. I grow my own fur coat. I worried that he'd get married to the wrong girl. Like that time a few years ago. Sock had just gotten out of the Marines after 2 years in Korea. His Aunt Gus had hauled their trailer to San Francisco to meet him. She was baking a cake for his homecoming.
All of us here at the San Francisco Animal Shelter feel that some kind-hearted soul will want to own this combination of wire-haired terrier, schnauzer, and Boston bull.
If I'm not, don't wake me.
Oh, put me down, darling. I'm heavy.
You're still 5 pounds lighter than an Army nurse.
Oh.
Oh. Gosh, it's only a trailer, but I wouldn't trade it for the Taj Mahal. You kept everything looking the same. And Aunt Gus, a homemade cake.
I didn't expect you till tonight. Pierre was going to paint your picture on it with frosting.
Is old Pierre up here?
That moocher followed me all the way from Albuquerque. He hitched his trailer to this one.
Oh, good old Pierre. I can't wait to see him.
You will. He'll smell this.
Hello, Sock. May I come in? Gus, listen. Sock! Sock, Pierre! Oh, yes, Pierre! Oh, Socky! How happy I am to see you. I can't even talk. Just a little piece for me.
Oh, I almost forgot. I blew the bankroll.
Oh, a dog!
Oh, Sock. Even then, I was a doll.
Cute little character, isn't she?
I'll take good care of her.
Oh, I'm afraid she already belongs to someone, Aunt Gus.
Oh?
But I got a beautiful present for you. A niece.
Oh, Sock, you're married.
Congratulations, you won!
Oh, no, wait, thanks, but I'm not married yet.
May I be the first one to congratulate?
Her name is Barbara Andrews. I met her here in San Francisco at a canteen dance, just before I shipped out. Here's what she looks like.
I had to admit she was pretty, too.
Oh.
Oh, Sock, she's lovely. But how well do you know each other?
Oh, you can get to know a lot about each other in letters. I must have read each one of these 100 times.
No wonder the war took so long.
And I got word from the Bureau of Wildlife that I got my old job back. Right after the wedding, we're going up to Oregon on our honeymoon. My first assignment is up there, collecting specimen eggs of the black-crested chickadee.
Collecting eggs, huh? Sounds like a delightful honeymoon.
You just see Cleo. Oh, Sock, I love her name.
Well, young lady, you got here just in time for the nuptials.
I didn't know what nuptials meant, but the scratching felt good.
When's the wedding?
The wedding? Oh, I don't know. Tonight I was going to ask her if she'd marry me. Hey, what if she doesn't say yes?
I guarantee she will say yes.
Oh, come on.
I danced with you every night, even while I was lying in the mud.
I felt your arms around me.
You eat the minestrone, please?
One night I stepped on your foot.
Oh, I liked it.
Look, it's late. I gotta eat it too.
Oh, I can't believe you're back in my arms.
Look, the minestrone, it's cold now.
Darling, for 2 years I've been rehearsing something I wanted to ask you. Only in my dreams we were always sitting down. For this, I need a table to hold on to. Barbara, I'll come right to the point.
Of course I'll marry you.
Tell me, will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
I understand. You want time to think it over.
Wake up. I said yes.
Hope I'm not intruding.
Hello, Dad.
There.
She wants to marry me.
I asked Dad to join us. I wanted him to meet you.
Oh, how do you do, sir? How do you do?
Well, sit down.
Oh,
Sit down, son.
she said yes.
Please. Oh, you're Socrates. Thank you. You're Socrates Miller, huh?
She said yes.
You have your father's instinct for people. I like you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Andrews.
Dad.
Dad. Say, while we're all together, I'd like you to meet my aunt. She's been like my mother and father.
All right, Dad?
Delighted. Delighted.
Good.
You know, honey, I knew when you're selecting a husband, you'd pick a winner.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Well, come along, children. I have the car outside.
Yes, sir.
The minestrone.
Oh, it was delicious. She said yes.
Have a cookie, baby.
I wasn't hungry. I'd just eaten her new hat.
Come on, Cleo. You're a surprise package.
Hey, Gus, we got company.
Are you all right, sir? Everybody does that the first time. Well, how do you like it? Look here. Running water, hot and cold, and a TV set. Over here, a stall shower.
Very charming.
No daughter of mine is going to marry a gypsy.
I'll handle it.
Come on in. I want you to meet Barbara. And this is my aunt, Augusta Bennett. This is Barbara. Was I right?
I'll say you were. How are you, dear?
Hello.
And this is her father, Mr. Andrews.
How do you do, Mr. Andrews?
How do you do?
Dad. Barbara just said yes an hour ago.
Sock is a lucky man.
Right after we're married, we're hitching up and taking off for Oregon. Okay, beautiful?
Now I understand. You bought this thing for our honeymoon.
Oh, charming. Well, that's a splendid idea for a honeymoon. 2 youngsters rolling along the highway and every night stopping at some fine hotel. When you get back, you can sell this contraption.
Oh, but, Dad, we're going to live in it.
Live in it.
This will be our home.
I'm going back to Rhode Island, live with my sister.
It's very nice, but isn't everything so confined?
Darn right it is, but you'll catch on. Just don't slam this cupboard.
Happens every time.
Better sit down, Mr. Andrews. You'll be safer. I'll get you a nice piece of homemade cake.
Thank you. I had planned to buy you and Barbara a house.
Oh?
Oh, many people live in houses.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. But we'll need the trailer in my work.
Your work?
Yes. Right after we're married, we're going to Oregon. I have to check on the eggs of the black-crested chickadee.
Did you know about this?
Didn't you tell him? You see, I follow the birds. For the Bureau of Wildlife.
Oh.
I wasn't sure you definitely made up your mind.
Oh, I wrote you, honey.
Dad, people think very highly of ornithologists.
Even let them vote.
My boy, I have nothing against chickadee eggs or any other eggs. Birds will make you a fine hobby.
Well, it's not a hobby, sir. I studied biology for 4 years. And in 2 years, I hope to have my Ph.D.
Well, I'm a trustee of several colleges. We'll get it for you in 6 months. Anyhow, you'll have very little time for fooling around when you go to work for me in my factory.
Factory?
Yes, Barbara told you about it. Didn't you?
I was going to tell you about the job, but, well, we were dancing, and I just didn't get a chance to.
You've heard of Lady Genevieve hair curlers? I am Lady Genevieve.
Lady Genevieve?
You've been in my hair for years, Jenny.
Here is a gold bobby pin with my compliments. Yes, we make all kinds of beauty aids. Son, you are coming into the family at the right time. We need a bright young man in false eyelashes.
Oh, well, sir, I don't want to be in false eyelashes or cuticle removers or wrinkle rubber outers. I'm checking on chickadees. And I hope you'll be with me.
Well.
Well, Dad, we're all tired. Why don't we talk about it later?
Very well.
I hope you'll excuse me for sounding off, sir, but I'm sure you'd want me to say what I think.
Good night, Miller.
Good night, Dad. Mr. Andrews.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
All right, honey.
A nice meeting you, Miss Bennett.
Thank you.
Good night, Sock.
Good night.
Nice to have met you, madam.
Thank you.
She didn't even kiss him goodnight. But I did.
Too much vinegar. No. Too much mustard.
Where was I? Oh, yes. After Barbara and her father left, Sock had a sleepless night. I kept hoping he'd fight back like a man. The next night, he did.
And I'm going to say to her, darling, I'm going to say, if you're going to be my wife, it'll be in this trailer. Not in a mansion with a swimming pool full of bobby pins.
Barbara's got a strong chin, and strong chins like to run things. But you've got a stronger chin.
She's right. You must be the boss.
If the man is not a tiger before the wedding, then after the wedding he's a chicken.
I'm not going to be anybody's chicken.
Today, I called the Lady Genevieve's factory. Listen, all their vice presidents start at $15,000 a year. And they're not even son-in-laws.
Whatever you do is all right with me, Sock.
I might as well take you along. You're her present.
On the other hand, remember, even if you're not the boss, with $15,000 you could be a very happy chicken.
I don't want to be happy. I want to be married.
You're awfully quiet tonight, Sock.
Oh, I've been thinking about your father and bobby pins and... Barbara, what I wanted to say is...
Oh, I'd love to live in a trailer with you and watch you catch birds. But we can always do that later.
No, honey, don't you see? We can always do that later.
And I'll tell Dad it's all settled.
No, honey. You see, It's all settled.
Fine, Daddy. I'm so glad I let you make up your own mind. Look, why don't you bring your Aunt Gus over tomorrow for brunch, and we'll make plans for the wedding.
Yeah. Oh, say, I brought you something. It's sort of an engagement present.
Oh, I've been dying to ask you what's in there.
I saw her in a pet shop and fell in love with her. Isn't she wonderful?
Oh, yes.
I called her Cleo. Pat her, honey.
Nice doggy.
We'll have fun on our honeymoon teaching her tricks.
Darling, isn't that a dear? He insists that we use the yacht on our honeymoon.
Well, a yacht's much better than a trailer. Hey, what do you say we ditch this place and take a drive, huh? Where's the check?
Anything you say, dear. You're the boss.
I'll go get the waiter. Excuse me, darling.
Quiet, you ugly thing. Ow! You little...
It was the first time I tasted meat, and I loved it.
Darling.
There may be a happier guy in the world, but it would take the FBI to find him.
Cleo, you and I are going to be great pals because we both love our boss, don't we?
How are you and Cleo getting along?
Oh, I just adore her. Never saw a cuter puppy.
She's a doll.
Where is she?
Oh, her little nose was warm, so Dad sent her to the vet.
Sorry to kept you waiting, that little merger I'm putting through. Oh, please, sit down. You know, my boy, having you in the family is going to make me a very happy man.
Make that two happy men.
Which brings me to a matter that is a mere formality.
Have a good cigar.
You were saying something about a formality?
Oh, yes. Well, perhaps we'd better read this in private.
Well, Gus is my aunt, and Pierre... would you mind, Pierre?
Not at all. Just go right ahead.
He's a very good friend.
Very well, then. This is a premarital agreement between you and Barbara.
It, looks very legal.
let me see this. Gee.
I've tried to be fair in this. Barbara's happiness means everything to me.
I want her to be happy.
Barbara has a considerable income of her own. So, aside from your salary, at the end of the first year of marriage, you children will receive $1,000 a month. At the end of the second year, it goes up to $1,500 a month.
Sounds enough to keep you on polo ponies.
That's in the third year. Then it goes on building up at compound interest, reinvested at compound interest, etc.
That's reasonable.
Now, regarding real property. After 4 years, you and Barbara are entitled to the family yacht in Balboa. After 5 years, you get the schooner in Santa Barbara. The title of Commodore goes with it.
Tell me, Commodore, what's new on the poop deck?
Regarding your children, a trust fund has been set up for each child. As a special bonus for the first child, you will receive $10,000. For the second child, you will receive $15,000. For the third child, $25,000. If it's a boy, it's double.
Double.
And what about the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th child?
Oh, 2:14. I must catch my commercial. Excuse me.
People who love each other don't need contracts.
Dad's commercial.
You'll love living in our trailer. And we'll have children. I don't want my kids wearing money belts.
Quiet, quiet.
And here we are again, back at the animal shelter, where it's giveaway time.
Wrong channel.
Oh, wait, please. I watch this each day.
One of our little orphans is this Basset puppy. She was left here this morning. If you have a home for this puppy...
Wait, that looks like Cleo.
Call Republic 5-7199.
That was Cleo.
Dad?
She ran away.
She can't even walk.
Now, about the wedding. The best day for me would be...
You gave Cleo away.
Barbara's allergic to dogs. I won't have that stupid-looking mutt on my yacht.
Well, I'm allergic to your yacht.
Don't you shout at my father.
Yes, Barbara. What's happening to me? Dad insists we use the yacht on our honeymoon. Yes, Barbara. You can make the birds a hobby. Yes, Barbara. You'll be a big man in false eyelashes. Yes, Barbara. Yes, Barbara. Yes, Barbara. Yes, Barbara. $10,000 for the first child, $20,000 for the second, $30,000 for the third, $40,000 for the fourth, $50,000 for the fifth.
Go for the $64,000.
Are you all through?
Not quite, Lady Genevieve. Here's $10 for lunch today, and $2 for the tip. I'm sorry it had to work out this way.
Well, personally, I'm delighted.
Maybe you're right.
I've got the animal shelter on the phone.
Hello? My name is Miller. That Basset puppy you have over there belongs to me. I'll be right over and pick it up. Thank you. Oh, a dime for the phone call.
If you don't think he's grateful to me, just watch.
There you are, Cleo.
That's why I always get the outside cut.